Alright.
Alright, we're back. We're gonna write a poem now.
That's right, we're back, and it's time to write a poem, baby!
Wait, let's pause for a second. What voice should I do for Natsuki? I gotta...
Keep that in.
What do I just change it every day? I'm gonna change it every day.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fine. Change Natsuki's voice. I don't care. Alright, baby. It's time to write a poem, honey. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. I fucked up there.
You get to choose whoever your favorite club member is.
Ooh.
So...
Well, it's not Sayori. Her voice is...
Oh, did I ruin her for you?
Yeah, you kind of did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, what do I... Okay, well, I'm just gonna pick the word that reminds me of Sayori's voice.
oh shit, that actually got for Sayori.
Oh, well... you know what? Hopefully, this episode is extraordinary.
Oh, no, okay. Misery extraordinary.
I fear that it won't be good. It seems I am incapable of picking a bad choice. Sometimes when no one is home...
Go with Fireflies, because I like that show.
No, because I hate that song.
Okay.
Sometimes, though, when no one is home, I like to look in the mirror and put on lipstick. I don't.
Goodbye.
Yeah, would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. Fuck.
Heaven sent. That's a unique word.
That is, I'll pick it. Hey, alright. You know what? I promise to pick contamination.
I don't even know what effulgent means.
I'm gonna pick it.
You're probably gonna... All the smart words are gonna go to Yuri, I think.
I like puppies. Horror, that was a key word. Ooh, I gotta pick climax. Suicide? You know...
Nibble or suicide?
Ooh, Papa!
Yeah, you gotta go with Papa.
I'm going with Papa. Forgive, because Lord forgive me for this game that I'm playing. Ooh, what? Doki Doki. Milk! I'm gonna go with milk.
What is this poem? I hope it's like an ad-lib.
Sugar.
And
I
at
know,
the end,
yeah.
we see all of our choices.
It's gonna look shitty. Vertigo.
Milk Vertigo. Yeah.
Sometimes I get that.
Boop. I love anime. Oh, but Boop is pretty good.
You always say Boop, but I'm gonna go anime. Entropy?
That's gonna be a Yuri word.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with what I feel inside.
I
love...
Alright.
What?
Sayori's getting a lot of mixed signals.
I was gonna say I love the song Hurt, so I was gonna go with Hurt. But I also really like incongruent angles.
If it had a selection like Johnny Cash or 9 Inch Nails Hurt, which one would you pick?
I would pick, if I'm feeling angsty, I would pick 9 Inch Nails, and if I want to reflect back on all the bad choices I've made in my life, I would pick Johnny Cash.
Alright.
But I'm gonna go with cheeks, because I love me a butt. Well...
Tenacious.
What the? After image?
I thought that was 2 words.
I did too, unless it's aftery mage.
No, that's not a word.
I'm gonna go with tenacious. Tenacious, because I like Jack Black. Parfait?
You gotta go with Sticky.
Sticky? I'll go with Sticky.
I don't know who we ended up with more.
Hi again, Papa J. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. That should have been the first line of dialogue. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Papa J. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. God damn, man. I have a hard time committing to anything. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Come on now, like he deserves any slack.
Oh, you said you were gonna... that's kind of the same. Keep going.
I couldn't think of anything.
It's, you know, it's fine. You were put on the spot.
All
It's
right,
fine.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Sayori, you did the fucking girl voice.
You can do it too. Our voices sound different.
It's fine. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year.
Puberty happened mid-sentence.
And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what.
Hang out with my dick out. Fuck.
But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Mmm. Tasty.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. A situation I think we can all relate to.
Manga is literature.
Just the same as graphic novels are a good read. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys.
God, her voice did not get any better.
Papa J always gives it his best as long as he's having fun.
I always try to have fun.
He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable! Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
It was purposeful. That's so...
Might have been. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
Now come, you and Papa J can become good friends too.
Like all friends, I like to begin the friendship with some rough touching. That's how I would react anyway. Sayori! As usual, Sayori seems oblivion. That's a game. To the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, are you even brought you something today? No?
Wait! Sayori! Me! Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Who likes anal?
What?
Hey, don't worry about it. It's not everyone's cup of tea. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright, well here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out her ass.
I didn't want you to feel left out.
Who all has been presented with your ass?
So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, because I'm low-key calling you stupid. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I will definitely read this, and this is not sarcastic. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace, which will probably be a little slower than normal. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance her whole life. I added that for dramatic effect. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet, probably looking for more cupcakes and tea. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. What?
We're about to get a choice, I guess?
Oh, are we? I love choices. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
Ah, crap.
This is a
Or
family-friendly
I don't
game.
know who's
Can't have that in there.
crap.
I gotta censor that.
Nothing says family time like crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book that you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Oh, I see. I believe that accident's happened to all of us at one point. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go, because I'm a nice guy. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. It is a pretty good book. Stephen King is a great author. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? Killer clowns, that really that common? What's it about anyway?
Well,
A bunch of kids have a gangbang in the sewer.
Yuri closes the book and decides not to read it. The book is titled Portrait of Markov and makes me think of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover and it kind of is the Book of Necronomicon.
alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. I changed the voice and I kind of like it. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's a really good book.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like this is going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from fucking nowhere. What the heck? Ah! Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Papa J?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories that challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. It hurts when I pee. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much.
Stop, please. It's already way too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
Ah, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
Ha 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 ha! What are you trying to say? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri.
Ah! Yeah!
Are you sure? Because the way you said that sounded kind of fucking porny. You
You
seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. I know it can be pretty easy for you to get distracted on me, because I don't wear a shirt. That's canon now.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. What a fucking asshole.
So sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? That means there's a deeper seated issue that someone has emotionally bullied you before.
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work. I slide my desk up until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
Ah! I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is going numb. I think this is a heart attack. So instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page, what with me having a heart attack and all.
Here!
Oh shit.
Yuri takes her left arm and also begins having a heart attack. I do the same thing with my right arm, and now I am having a double heart attack. That shouldn't be possible, but it is happening. Call the police. I am going to die. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready? To turn the page.
Sorry, I was thinking porny. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet and fuck. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer.
Ha! That's good. If I had a nickel, it's probably
the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. I'm talking sexual. I'm talking dick and puss.
Oh no.
My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. We are now locked in a thumb war, and I am not going to lose. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. This didn't really turn out like the compliment I intended, son of a bitch. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but I kind of can. I'm doing the voice for both of us. They're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
You freaked her out.
Yuri remains... What?
You freaked her out.
Well, yeah, I was kind of forward there. I don't know what came over me. Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Papa J, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, it's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait, fuck, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Shit, I'm sorry. Really, I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
Ah! What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone, I haven't had any dialogue for a good while.
haven't
I think
had
it's
any
about
at
time.
all.
I know it's weird, baby. We share today's poems with each other. Ooh, I can't wait for my poem. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. The episode's dragging ass, baby. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you've been if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ouch. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know.
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time so you don't fucking insult me again when I try to be nice to you and get you a book.
Alright, stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. The book, not my dick. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, I sure did. It was
milk
great.
a lot.
Yeah, I've mentioned milk and climaxing. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so fucking stupid. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now everybody's ready. Why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait for more dialogue.
Oh man, I have not missed that voice. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
Oh, there we go.
Who should I show my poem to first? I'm gonna pick Sayori so you can talk.
Oh, I mean, okay.
I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all, that I'm now admitting after being a fucking asshole to her.
This is a good poem.
I picked this so you'd have dialogue, and the first dialogue is just not talking.
Are you sure it's your first time?
Baby, it's not my first time for much anymore. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I think not.
I guess you're right.
You goddamn right I am.
But that's why it's impressed me. I really like the part about the climax on the puppy. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously.
A valid fear.
Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? That's the grade I give your poem. It's like I said before.
See?
Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know.
Well, obviously I know I'm not a shellfish, stupid.
Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. I'm trying to fuck her. I'm trying to get with her. Trying to get in her. Trying to see her puss.
They're like 16.
Then again, well, so am I in this story. See? I made it okay now. In this story, I'm 16. Alright, there's nothing fucking weird. I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here. Okay.
That is what I was hoping for. Let us take off our clothes.
That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright. I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Yeah.
We'll see about that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead till me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me?
Okay, so look at the word and. Look at the word and. Does that not look like anal play?
Stop.
Just stop.
Are you testing me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Breakfast! Wait, I want breakfast. Okay. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You fucking bitch! I was up until 3 trying to write a poem. I wrote about milk and puppies and being empty inside and listening to Hurt by Johnny Cash specifically. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. So I'm not a fuck up.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Well, your best just isn't gonna cut it, Sayori. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice. How should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Lazy. Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line. I know how much you love breakfast.
I made eggs and toast.
Yeah, I knew it, even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
Yeah. This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
I'm so glad that you said it the right way. Oh, yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I share my poem with next? Natsuki.
Not shit. I gotta talk again. I guess not.
Apparently neither of us do.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me, princess.
My boy.
It's not like I said it was bad. Just didn't evoke any emotion.
But I wrote about Hurt by Johnny Cash.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine.
That is how this game works. I show you mine, you show me yours. It's something.
Not that you'll like it.
Oh, I beg to differ, Natsuki. Let me reiterate that I am also 16 in this situation.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crippets can leap. Shit. Horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Fuck.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I do like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But why do you sound like Solid Snake a little bit? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, exactly, Encore.
I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard.
Like my deck.
Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Big boss! Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Hang on, someone's blasting their bass. Alright, I think we're good. Nope, he's back.
Oh, god damn.
Jesus. Okay. Like I set up for a
Yeah,
rhyme
a
at the
little.
end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro.
Alright.
I'm glad you learned
Fucking
something.
Jesus, I don't like you.
Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Wait a minute, you're how old?
12.
Oh shit, did I mention that I'm 13? I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, oh god, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, now it's time to talk to myself. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
No. What was that?
Did I say that?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
You! He's going to hate me.
You totally didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What are you getting so nervous for?
Doing the Titus laugh.
Yuri takes a breath. Ah ha 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 ha! I said to myself, when we start recording again, I'm gonna work a Titus laugh in there. God damn it, and I did.
Second episode.
Yuri
nice
takes
job.
a breath. What?
Second episode, nice job. Stop tracing.
So...
I have a habit of doing this when I get fucking antsy.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She's bad at them. She traces her finger along the words, my god, me too, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell.
It's just that,
It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think it's most notable. I recognize new writers that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem.